If you don't understand this trick, you'll be easy to manipulate. It's been used by governments, corporations, activists, anyone who wants to control how you think without ever lying to you. It's how people take numbers that are technically true and turn them into weapons that shape emotion, not understanding. Once you see it, you'll start spotting it everywhere, in the news, in politics, in advertising, even in science, because this isn't about facts, it's about framing. And the moment you understand how it works, the spell breaks. Let me show you how. Absolute risk is the real chance of something happening, not how politicians or a headline want you to feel about it. Let's put it in terms of guns. If you live in the US, your overall odds of dying from gun violence, homicide, or self-deletions or accidents are about 1 in 8,000 in a given year. And that comes from roughly 48,830 firearm deaths in 2021 across a population of about 332 million. That's your absolute risk. Now, if some city sees that number go from 1 in 8,000 to 2 in 8,000, the media will shout, gun violence has doubled. Technically true, but your personal risk just went from 0.012 to 0.025%. Still tiny, but they make it sound like you're dodging bullets every time you leave your house. That's relative risk. And it's the anti-gun lobby's favorite shell in the chamber, because the moment you hear doubled, logic shuts off and fear takes over. You've seen it before. Gun deaths are up 50%, or states with weak gun laws have way more gun violence. That's the kind of headlines anti-gun politicians love, because it sounds like ironclad proof. Groups like Everytown for Gun Safety release reports saying states with the weakest gun laws had the highest gun death rates. Technically, that's true as a correlation, but they sell it like causation. They don't control for gang activity, poverty, or population density, factors that massively skew those numbers. So when you look at the data honestly, you see it's not just about the laws, it's about the conditions. But that nuance doesn't sell policy or headlines. So instead, they simplify it. Weak laws equal more deaths. They don't tell you the difference might only be a few deaths per 100,000 people, but that wouldn't make for a viral tweet, would it? And you've seen other headlines from groups like Everytown. Every day, more than 120 people are killed with guns in the United States. That number is real, but here's what they don't tell you. About 60% of those are self-deletions, 37% are homicides, and roughly 1% are mass shootings. But self-deletion crisis doesn't move the policy the same way gun violence epidemic does. So they lump everything together, accidents, police, shootings, self-deletions, homicides, to inflate one emotionally charged total. It's marketing through math. You've heard this one too. One of their favorite shock lines. America's gun violence is 26 times higher than other developed countries. That stat comes straight from Brady United, and technically it's true as a relative comparison. Here are the numbers. US firearm homicide rate, 4.52 per 100,000 people. Germany, 0.08 per 100,000 people. Australia, 0.88 per 100,000 people. Even though those rates differ by dozens of times relatively, the absolute figures are still very small. The US rate of 4.52 per 100,000 is about 0.00452% of the population. When you hear 26 times higher, you should ask, higher compared to what baseline, what population, what year? Because the point isn't to inform you, it's to guilt you. Fear and shame make people surrender rights faster than logic ever could. Gun control groups know something marketing teams have known forever. The scarier the number, the faster people act. They can't take your rights overnight, so they chip away at the perception. They don't have to prove guns cause crime. They just have to make you feel like they do. And when you never see the baseline, never see the absolute risk, you're not informed. You're programmed. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.